A new COVID-like disease is starting to be announced out of China. Now, you're probably saying to me, wait, COVID again? So there's a new disease coming out from China that the WHO, the World Health Organization, is starting to investigate. The funny thing is, it's taking the exact same path that COVID-19 did. So originally around this time, the WHO was investigating China for this unknown virus back in 2019. This new virus that they don't know what it is affecting pediatrics, so children, and it's an upper respiratory illness that's causing pneumonia, similar to how COVID-19 was. Now, it's being reported that they are using the exact same verbiage that they did in a January 5th, 2020 report for COVID-19, when it would later become known as COVID-19. So what we do know is that China has reported an uptick in flu-like and pneumonia cases that is causing an unknown virus and illness in pediatric children. Now, the thing is that I'm not quite understanding is that it's not being reported everywhere. It's only being picked up by certain media outlets, even though the WHO has made a press conference. And, you know, I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but it's funny how this just decided to come out a year before the election, just like COVID-19 did. So I just find it a little weird. And when you begin looking at everything, we know that there was a lot of talk about COVID-19 being a leak from a BSL, known as a biosafety lab, in China. And once again, we're starting to see this. Now, I want you guys to really understand something. When it comes to flu-like cases, they said that this has had the highest amount of this case of this virus since the past 3 years. Similar to how COVID was. You know, COVID came up, had that big peak, and then all of a sudden it just, you know, had a little teeter-totter, and now we're back up again. So I think we are working with what, you know, is being nicknamed COVID-23 and COVID-24. Probably be COVID-23, since this is when it first is being originated, is the mid to late November, similar to how COVID-19 was. But you're hearing it here first from me that we're going to be probably hearing about this new type of virus. Now, it's not RSV, it's not the flu, it's not straight pneumonia. It's a unknown upper respiratory illness being classified as some sort of respiratory virus, some sort of respiratory illness. They haven't officially named it COVID-23, but I think that we're going to start seeing this new code name for a new virus coming out. It's concerning given the fact that we just got over the pandemic, you know, and the WHO was quick to say, yep, it's done and over with. And then here we are. For those who don't know, I worked in healthcare throughout COVID. I worked in a locked COVID unit, which was formerly known as a pediatric trauma floor. I also worked in 2 intensive care units, 2 ICUs. So I'm very well versed when it comes to the pandemic and precautions and stuff like that. I just find it rather odd that this is all coming out and following the exact same path that COVID-19 did in 2019 and 2020. I think that we may see something come out within the next few months of, hey guys, this is happening. And I want you guys to remember, just a few weeks ago, I covered a story, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, of when China scientists brought a new virus that attacked bacteria from the bottom of the Mariana Trench. They didn't leave it down there in the Mariana Trench, they brought it back. Now, do I personally think and professionally think that this has anything to do with that? No. But I think that certain countries should not be dealing with certain microorganisms given their history and track record, because now all of a sudden there's this brand new upper respiratory illness. It's affecting children of all things, and who knows, we may see another lockdown coming. I do know that Alex Jones was talking about how the TSA was planning on initiating new protocols and procedures and safety and all this stuff at the start of the new year. Does this have something to do with that? I don't know. But you're hearing it here first that we very well may see something come out on the mainstream media about a new disease that could cause, mandatory masking and lockdowns and stuff. Hopefully that's not the case. But if we do, you heard it here first, November 22nd, 2023. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this.